like to know about how long it took you to work on the dialect.
Good question.
Yeah. Start this end this time?
Sure, let's start that way. Oh,
Yeah, there she is.
Question
One
about
free.
learning the dialect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Start this way this time.
Sure.
Yeah, for a lot of us, it's just mimicking and echoing and understanding what you're hearing, and you can just make sense of it that way. And then some folks like myself and Amy in theater school, you have a period of time where you have to learn the received pronunciation of RP, which is the very proper one, and that one's the one that you use for a lot of film and television, and these things are just expected of you. So if you don't have a standard RP ready to go for any show, you're sometimes a write-off. So it's an important tool to have in your back pocket as a standard British accent. And then if you're doing something like mine's Cockney, which I've never done before, is, like I said yesterday, Dick Van Dyke is the low bar, Poppins, and then it goes upward from there. You can listen to people like Jason Statham or Adele. These people, you just hear the way they say certain things and you get used to it. No?
Yeah. I thought you were very chiseled.
A little bit of that too.
Yeah, and I gave the answer last night that for me I'm good at copying people. So I have a drama degree, but it's a drama minor, so I didn't actually take any acting credits in school. Yeah, it was all like theater history and dramaturgy and things like that. So I like copying people, and that's where mine comes from. And then if you want to add anything?
Yeah, I've been, like Andrew said, we go through the theater school program, and we spent about a year specifically doing different UK dialects. RP gets the most time, but you go through and you do all the regions in Ireland and that sort of thing. Because you're expected to be able to do it in order to graduate.
More questions? Or do you have answers? I don't know.
Yeah. What is?
Ask this.
Yes.
Which one's Crowe and which one's Airville?
Very good question.
For anyone who didn't get that
I haven't
reference,
seen
Good Omens reference. This show does have like aspects of that. We said Blackadder, Beetlejuice, and even like if you've read Good Omens, Terry Pratchett, Neil Gaiman, very similar kind of back and forth. Yeah, you've got one drug-addled mess and one person who plays by the rules, right? So you can see that hopefully that those characters have those distinct characteristics.
The lines get blurred.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for showing up. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I mean,
Honestly.
this is our first show that we put on. We had, what did we say total in terms of rehearsals?
We had like
16?
7 weekends.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
14 days total. And it's short, not a long day, all things considered.
Yeah.
To pull it all together.
40.
Rehearsals for the
14
show.
rehearsals, yeah.
Yeah, just weekends for the last 2 months kind of thing. And that's all she wrote. We had the tech week to iron out the kinks and add new elements and things, which always kind of throws you through a loop when you've got the space and the things to interact with and things that fall off.
Last night it was the clock that fell off the wall. So when he
Yes.
said, "Look at the clock," he just pointed at the ground. It's
It's up there.
like of all the things to fall down.
Where are its hands? You can't see them because it's upside down.
Yeah.
And that's the thing about live theater, you have to be able to adjust instantaneously.
Oh, yeah.
So it's the thrill of it. Is if you forget a line, someone will catch you generally, or if you find something falls off a set, you're either unfazed by it or you address it immediately. So.
And we all have different levels of training, experience, and things like that. We've all worked with each other before in some capacity. Thanks. So that helped a lot. We talked about how the entire cast crew. There's no ego at all. So in terms of working together, like any problems that came up, you just figured out if you could help with whatever the problem was to remedy it, and just kind of go with the flow, I guess. Like we said, anything that happens, just kind of like today, part of Colin's face came off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He only had to drop one more time.
One more.
I thought it was
but,
my stage.
No.
Yeah.
It's a piece of cabbage.
It's like it's all cabbage.
Yeah, walking over coleslaw as we're friggin' doing the scene.
Yeah, you figured you got
It was
brain.
brain cabbage.
There's a piece of Colin in every scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been on for 5. I'm like, oh, that's fun.
Step over it, you're good to go. I think I saw a question.
I just had a question about like how you guys got your accents so amazing. Like, have you done that before? Like,
Work. Sort of. Practice.
like,
Yes.
and just for this, like you've never. That's you guys.
Some of
yeah.
us have done some
good.
things like
In
Alex
the summer,
did
yeah.
last year.
We were in Mary Poppins. Like I was
Oh.
Mrs. Banks and he was Mr. Banks, Andrew. So like
So-
that was the first show I had done an accent on stage. So and this was actually my first non-musical show. So this is my first, other than radio plays, but on stage.
The highest compliment you can get is when an actual British person comes
Yeah.
to the show and
Yeah.
tells you it's either passable or authentic and they didn't know, which is even better.
Yeah, it was pretty authentic. I
That's when you know that you're not no longer skirting the line between like a cartoonish caricature of that thing, but you're trying to be as authentic as you can with that, because there are certain words and phrases and you can figure out the phonetics of it, but the rest of it just has to be what happens and how you practice too. Ball mat. It took me forever to
It's
get
a
bath
running
mat.
joke that he couldn't say that.
Cloth mop?
Bath
mat?
Bath mat. Well, I wasn't sure how Cockney would say
Yeah.
bath mat.
We had to get outside help for that one.
Yeah.
I was outsourcing for that.
Yes. Questions? Obviously, like going forward,
I
we're.
have a question related to the writing, because it's a UK, POV.
Yeah.
Right? And the humor is UK as well, right?
It is, yeah.
And I'm just wondering, what's your feel for the audience getting, because some of those jokes, clever, but fast,
Yeah.
right? And a lot of under
Yeah.
stuff,
It's got a few 10%ers in there, yeah.
And there's a few things that we did actually alter in the text
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
Yeah,
My
minor
filters
things.
for one.
There are some,
There's a word that we altered
there's
a lot.
some
Yeah.
curse words that were changed
Yeah.
that are less offensive there, but more offensive.
And then there's a couple references that like just don't transfer at all. There's a line about him putting wood in the outhouse, so we changed that to shed because it just needed
Yeah.
something different.
Outhouse is a toilet here.
Got it.
Minor changes while keeping true to the spirit of it.
Sure.
And the playwright is very, very involved. He's very excited about it, so he essentially gave us free rein to do what we needed to do to get it on stage here.
That's cool. So you
Yeah.
had that kind
And
of
it's a trust in the
communication.
audience as well, right? To know that even if it's quick, you may have missed one, you'll still get more of them.
True.
Because if we are properly enunciating or letting there be space for the, not even necessarily even the jokes, but just the references and things at the end, you'll get them because it's an intelligent audience.
So what's next for Ctrl-ART?
Very good question.
That's a good question.
You want me to take that one?
Sure.
So the plan is to continue. The biggest goal is to create space for young people, meaning between high school and retirement age, to do contemporary theater that's not, musicals from 70 years ago. So that is to continue to engage young people, even if they have not had theater experience. We don't care about experience, we care about people that want to try something new, want to try something that they maybe feel wouldn't be allowed in the county prior to this. So we'll be moving in the direction of, we want to provide some education opportunities as well, do some like scene
Workshops.
study workshops, especially for people that have never acted and want to kind of get their toes in the water. So some improv, that sort of thing. But we also want to continue to do shows, and we would love to see new faces, even if you've never been on stage.
Yeah.
We want to meet you, and we want you to feel like you have a place where you can try something very new.
Yeah.
Inclusion being a big thing too as well. Like I'm hard of hearing. I wear hearing aids, so like that's a whole other layer of But that's something I think too that we want to make sure that it's, like you said, sort of as open and welcoming, and whoever wants to audition or offer their help, more than happy for that.
Yeah.
And
Well, there's still such, like, even between us, like, we don't all have the same kinds of talents when we come to Tim designed the set and mentored us with all that.
Yeah.
Amy was on with production and social media and blitzing, all these things that we aren't well versed in, but some of us just have the schooling and the things, but then you've got other aspects backstage where you just hop in and do what you can for certain things. So we want to have a space for everyone to bring whatever skill set you have to this space and not be afraid to make mistakes as well, because that's something that's very important, is being vulnerable, making mistakes, and learning together to create some beautiful art.
You want, yeah.
where you go?
Charles.
Yeah.
Tim, come back! The Canadian
Running
Terry
away
Pratchett.
faster.
I'll catch him.
Terry Pratchett
He's
himself.
also hard of hearing. The two of
Yes.
us together is going to.
There he is.
What?
Amy, he's here. Big hug, kiss. Right. way.
I live with them, so.
Just a strong hand of guidance.
Directorial debut.
Yeah, it's the first time directing.
And he did an incredible job.
Your check's in the mail.
I mean, yeah.
The most beautiful fireplace.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. Wasn't that cool?
Round of applause.
Another set before we
No.
tear it down.
Bring it down, we're gonna burn it.
Talk about the community
In the fire.
donations.
Say again?
Talk about the community furniture donations.
Oh, yeah.
So, some of you may know Ronnie Moore. She owns second time around furniture. And so Ronnie has been a friend of mine for a long time. So I went in looking for furniture for Amy when Amy moved into our house. She needed a chest of drawers and stuff like that. So go to Ronnie. And so we started buying furniture from her, and I would buy something and it would need to be modified because I can cut wood without cutting my fingers too often. I would buy it and fix it up and put it in the house. So when it came time to do the set, we needed crap, like 4,000 years of crap. And Ronnie said to me, I got crap for you. And we went, she has so many storage units at the back. We went to everyone and it was just like, this is the mother load of crap. So we just started picking crap and like pictures that are just
So haunted.
Dusty.
so amazing. And the coat of arms.
Oh, yeah.
That is stunning. Somebody has that in their house.
Yeah, and I picked that one.
Stage manager.
I thought it was coming home with us, honey.
I beg your pardon?
I thought it was coming home with us. The coat of arms.
Target.
Yeah, we all had to bring at least 10 random pieces of crap.
Yeah.
It was part of the hiring process. There was all kinds of random things from all of us. Just put wherever. There was even more stuff than what we put on stage, if you believe that.
You shattered
So we chose very
We did
carefully.
break a
We
few
did
things.
break some stuff. I came down the stairs and the painting came off and shattered, and I yelled glass, and they went, keep going, and I went, okay.
It is fun to sit here and look around going, oh,
Yeah.
there's solar magnets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Very important.
You're welcome for the dust.
Angel.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The dust on the globe was real.
I was very specific that you have to hold it in a very specific way.
Yeah, that thing's
No
weird.
one breathed.
This is the only thing I demanded to be on the set. Anything else, pretty much I can rock with what we got. But I wanted a biblically accurate angel on the set.
Yeah, you'll wonder why they say be not afraid.
Yeah. Be not afraid. Of course I'm afraid. Have you
Nowhere,
seen
you're a shepherd. This.
back in
Don't be afraid. I'm cool. Aren't they?
Hey, by the way, you're pregnant.
Yeah.